Hey there, 90s fans. This is part 2 of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection. And if you didn't see part 1, check it out. I'll put a link up. That was my collection of Ninja Turtles action figures, specifically action figures from the late 80s and early 90s based off the original cartoon and original series of movies. Today, what I'll be going through is my Ninja Turtle collection, specifically merchandise, accessories, and other kinds of various products that were associated with the cartoon and movie series in the late 80s and early 90s. So we will begin. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show here is my Donatello calculator. You'll probably notice as I'm going through some of this stuff that a lot of what I have is of Donatello. Like I mentioned in the action figures video, he was my favorite turtle. Still remains so to this day. So a lot of things, individual things would end up being of him because my parents were getting me something, they knew he was my favorite. And if I was buying something, he was my favorite, so I would usually pick it up of him if it was available. So this is just a calculator. Opens up like this. The screen, if you could see it, is a little bit bent. It doesn't work anymore. It did work back in the day. I actually used it when I was in school, when I was a little kid. It hasn't worked in a while, but still looks nice. It's a cool thing to display. It's in good shape, other than the fact that it doesn't work. Looks-wise, it's in good shape, so I always thought this was really cool. It's probably one of my favorite things. All right, next we've got a Donatello watch, or at least part of a Donatello watch. I don't have the band anymore, unfortunately, but this is what it was. It's just Donatello there, and then it opens up, and it has the time inside again. Much like the calculator, it doesn't fully work anymore. The time is no longer on here, but it still looks cool. It would be really awesome if I can get the band. I would totally wear this again, even if it didn't tell time, just because it's a classic thing. And much like the calculator, I actually used this when I was a little kid. I used to wear it. So still in good shape, and it's again of Donatello. Another one of my probably favorite things from back in the day. And next we've got a Ninja Turtles wallet. So when I say they made everything, they literally made everything. Any possible item that could have Ninja Turtles put on them were put on them. So this is a wallet. It's pretty nice, pretty fancy wallet. Opens up, has some spots for pictures inside, has some spots for money. I don't have anything in there, but I did, again, used to use this when I was a little kid. It was probably my first ever wallet, which was a cool thing, but I like it. It's an awesome picture of all 4 of the turtles, and cool little accessory. All right, next I've got a couple unopened packs of Ninja Turtles cards. These are, back it up a little bit here. These are cards from the cartoon. These are actually ones I have. I'll show it after this. I have opened versions of these cards from when I was a little kid. These unopened ones, I believe I bought off eBay years ago. I thought it would be cool to have some of these. And then these are cards from the movie, from the first Ninja Turtles movie. So I got a few unopened packs of those as well. And I'll show off, I do have some open versions of these too from when I was a kid. Okay, so here are the open versions of these cards. These ones I saved from when I was little. So this is like what a cartoon looks like. It's got a title on it. It says The Long Journey, and it's Splinter and the Turtles looking to find the Technodrome. And when mutants collide, it's Raphael kicking Bebop, and etc., etc. Here's a movie one. So it's kind of the same idea, just with the movie. It's got a title, The Courage of April, and it's April holding up Raphael's side before she's about to get jumped by the foot soldiers. And that's basically what they're all like. There's Raphael, who's the champ pal, looking pretty angry. Here's the different turtle cards. I think these were cartoon ones. I think these were later series. And so along with all of these, I also have a handful of playing cards I got of the turtles. I don't have a lot of these. I just have a couple here and there. But here's Leonardo, as the Ace of Spades. So, that's my collection of unopened Ninja Turtle cards. And here we have a Raphael chapstick. So a rare item that doesn't have Donatello on it. This one's just got Raphael looking pretty excited. And this was chapstick that I used to use. I don't know if I have any more. A little bit. I can't imagine it's usable anymore, but did used to use it back in the day. So there we go. And here's another non-Donatello item. This is a Raphael Pez dispenser. Opens up. I don't have any Pez in it, but still pretty classic. Alright, that's about all the items I'm going to show individually for now, at least the ones from my shelf. I'll go and show these others that I have kind of just together here. So here we've got the Turtles City Sewer Chain Game, which is basically just Barrel of Monkeys Ninja Turtles version. So it's pretty cool. Next to that, we've got the cassette tape of the Turtles coming out of their shell tour, which is the Ninja Turtles as a band. Behind that, we've got the Turtles Tournament Fighters game for Sega Genesis, which is a pretty weird game. I guess it's kind of like their attempt to be like a Street Fighter type game, Mortal Kombat type game. Yeah, so we got that. We've got Turtles Cup behind the chapstick there, which I used to use. In the back, we've got Ninja Turtles Lunchbox. I had a few of these. This is the only one I have saved. I had a few that I used to use like in elementary school. This one was from the third movie, as you can see. Here, we've got a Ninja Turtles flashlight, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's got Leonardo on it. And then this is a little flip book from the second Turtles movie. And then way in the back there, we've got a Ninja Turtles 100-piece puzzle. Turtles eating some pizza in the party wagon, and Splinter looking kind of angry and annoyed. I still have all the pieces in there, too, which is cool. Then we've got more cards. This is a whole box of cards that hasn't been opened that I believe I also got off eBay or maybe from a garage sale. I can't remember. And then on top of that, we've got an old Turtles bag. I think it's like a lunch bag. Let me do my best to try to straighten it out. Yep. Cool thing about this, interesting fact, I didn't realize this one I bought off eBay and I didn't realize at the time. It says Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Must have been from, I believe there were some places overseas. I know England was one of them where they didn't call them Ninja Turtles, they called them Hero Turtles. Apparently Ninja has like a bad, it's like associated, has a bad association. Alright, I'll just move on from here and show some of the other stuff I have down here. Here we have Ninja Turtles Electronic Pinball, which I actually got from one of my friends not too long ago. It's got the game inside. I've never actually played it. I thought the box was kind of cool looking, so I kept it in that. We also have a Ninja Turtles sweatshirt. It says Heroes in a Half Shell. And above that, we have a bunch of stickers. I've got a bunch of unopened stickers. Most of these are actually from when I was a kid. I have no idea why I didn't open them, but I've got all kinds of different ones. And here we have a little Michelangelo plush doll. I think I got from a flea market, and same with this. It's just a Ninja Turtles hat. And then moving on, we've got a Raphael kite over there. And here, this is this was actually something newer. I got when I was a little bit older, but it's based off something from the 90s. It's a big Donatello figure with a DVD of the third Turtles movie in there. I didn't open that. I thought it was cool. And then we've just got a little Turtles picture there. And moving on, we'll get into some of the classic vehicles from the cartoon. Here we have probably one of the most famous things from the original cartoon. Whoops, and that was the Technodrome. I have this Technodrome is the same one I have from when I was a kid, but I was actually missing the eye. Somehow or another, I lost the eye throughout the years, so my friend Lou gave me the eye that he had. He managed to find it, like, packed away in his parents' attic or something, so he gave it to me, so shout out to Lou for that. Appreciate it. It makes it look much better and much more complete. Other than missing the eye, though, it was in decent shape. I had cleaned it up before I added it onto display here, so... and then over there next to that we have the Foot Cruiser, which the bad guys used to get around in. This one's not in the greatest shape. I mean, it's in decent shape, but it's missing a few parts to it here and there, but not bad overall. And I believe I'm also missing, I think there's a front piece that goes over the windows. I'm not missing it. I shouldn't say that, but it's broken. It won't fit on there. Everything else is pretty intact, though. Then we've got this little, I can't remember exactly what this is called, but it's just a motorcycle with a little sidecar. That was another good guy vehicle. And next to that is another pretty famous toy. This is the sewer set, or the sewer play set. It was the Turtles' lair. And I have it, it's mostly complete. I'm missing a few things here and there, but it was always cool looking. You have like the pipes leading out there. You have a couple parts to it inside, a little bed, some like slime around, some ooze, an elevator, fence, some poles. And then in the very back behind there is just another good guy vehicle. It would spray out water. I can't remember what it was called, like a sewer seltzer or something or other. And next to that, we've got a few more items, accessories. Here, we've got a little stitching or knitting or whatever you want to call it of Donatello. I think my mom might have done that when I was little. And we've got a Ninja Turtles drinking glass. And Turtles, I think these are maybe cookie cutters or something like that. One of my friends gave this to me recently. And down here we have a few drinking cups. The middle one I used to use a lot for breakfast when I was little. I remember I always had juice in there. The two end ones, when you poured like a cold drink into there, the mask would change colors, which was pretty sweet. I don't think it works anymore, but it was cool at the time. We've got another mug, little coffee mug, and a few shirts, both Donatello. And below that, we've got a backpack of Michelangelo. This one I think I bought on eBay. I'm pretty sure this was not one that I actually used when I was a little kid, unfortunately. And then we've got a great item, Ninja Turtles fanny pack. What could be better? So moving on from there, let's see, we'll move up to some of the pieces of clothing I had. I had so many Turtle shirts when I was a kid. I think that's just about all that I wore. So the first shirt is just Heroes in a Half Shell t-shirt. Below there we've got Mean Green Pizza Eating Machine, Leonardo. And then we've got some Turtle shorts. These are actually shorts. They kind of look like boxers, but at the time I wore them when I was like 6, so they were shorts. Then we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie shirt. And we've got another movie one next to that. This was a cool shirt, but it's always kind of odd. I remember even as a kid thinking it was odd. So if you take a look, the main person in the background, it looks like Donatello with a purple mask, but he's holding a sword. Then on the bottom, we've got Raphael with a sword, Leonardo with size, Michelangelo with a bow, and Donatello with pizza. So there's nothing about that makes sense. Very odd, but still pretty cool. So back to the shelf here, there's a few things I forgot to show. Most of these I showed individually, but also wanted to show I've got a little Raphael bowl here, which I used to use back in the day for breakfast when I was a little kid, so that was pretty cool. I've also got a bunch of old comics and books, which I might show individually, and then I've got some classic old VHS tapes. We've got the first Turtles movie on VHS, the second, the third. We've got the making of the second Ninja Turtles movie. We've got the Coming Out of Their Shells tour. We have a couple old cartoons, handful of those. And then lastly, squeezed in there, we have the season 1 on DVD. So that's really the last of the shelf that I didn't show already. And then lastly here, we just have a couple carrying cases or collector's cases. You store action figures in here, store your turtle figures in there. I used to use them when I was little. I don't anymore, obviously, but still kind of cool to look at. All right, so this will complete part 2 of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, and I hope that this brought back some good memories.